I've been thinking and thinking, and you can say, oh no, Bob's thinking. But what exactly is unconditional love? Oh no, Bob's talking about love again. I don't think many of you are saying that, but I'm sure there's a few. Um, this goes through my mind a lot. Um, and I'm not sure that everyone knows really what it is. It seems like it should spell it out right there just in what I said, unconditional love. Love without conditions. Um, it means, of course, loving someone no matter what they do, no matter how they act. So it can be probably pretty hard. Oh, no doubt it can be hard. It's not a probably to it. Of course it can be hard because there are people that do really, really, really awful things. You ever asked yourself what makes a person do awful things? Hmm? You ever asked yourself why or how could somebody do that? I'm sure you have. Um, I I have. I know many times in my life. Oh gosh, more than I could ever count through my life. I've asked that question. How could somebody do that? Whatever that is at the time. And there are some very, very horrible things that humans have done in this world and will do in this world. So how can you love a person like that? It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But why? Why should you? There's the question then, okay? Why should you love the unlovable? Why should you love the hater? We love the addict because they're suffering from an affliction. We love the alcoholic, the addict, because they're suffering from an affliction. We don't love what they're doing to themselves, but we love the person because we know they're sick, they're ill. Well, it's not really much different. I mean, when you break it down and you can't figure out how a person could do something reprehensible, something horrible, why do they do that? How could they do that? Well, you can't usually come up with an answer because you're not ill, you're not sick, and the person that does bad things, I believe that those people are ill. They are not well. They are suffering from what I think is the disease of hatred, of hate, of fear, of negativity. How does a person get themselves into that situation? Well, there can be many things. There can be it could be mental illness, which maybe it all can be described that way, because if you've got overpowering hate or fear in your life and coming out, well, I'd say that's an illness. I'd say that's sickness. You can't feel good about yourself because good doesn't work with those kind of emotions and those kind of feelings. So a person that does bad things or has no empathy for others, well, that's an illness. I believe that strongly. I believe they're diseased. And no matter who it is or what they're doing, if they're doing only bad, if they are having hate in their hearts, well, then that's the same as any disease. That's the same as any sickness. And it needs to be washed out of them. It needs to be cleared out of them. And sometimes it like a disease, it sometimes gets worse and worse and harder to clear out and clean out. Love can do it. Love is probably the only medicine that can clear out hate and fear. Fear and hate, very, very, very close together. And when somebody does something wrong, your first reaction, if they do something really horrendous or awful to another person, your first reaction is to build your own hate, fear, negativity that you think you're throwing back at them. But you know what? That's not what happened. You're not necessarily throwing it back at them. It's coming from them to you. You're being infected with that negativity and that hate, and you don't want that. You should not accept that. And I know that's hard because that is our first reaction. We've been programmed a particular way to where that's our reaction to negative people and hatred that's out there. Our first reaction is to return with the same. And as human as that is, so you can understand, you can say, well, that's understandable. Yes, maybe it's understandable, but it's still something that you should consciously not allow into yourself. Try to purposely realize when you're looking at a bad person that's yelling out nasty, horrible things or whatever, look at them as a sick, diseased person that is lost from love and needs, and that's the only thing that can help and cure them. And you want to cure them, even if you don't know that person or whatever. You want to cure them because, like like viruses, hate spreads. And so if you let that person go by you go yelling back at them and building up their hate even more, putting more hate into them, they're going to go out there and they're going to spread it to more people and more people. And like a virus, our world falls apart in hatred. And we have to stop this. Anyway, I'm not going to carry on too long. I've already gone on almost 10 minutes, but I wanted to say this stuff again, and I'll say it again, and you all will hear this speech again. But let me tell you, I believe it. I've now, over the last few years, practicing what I preach, I have seen the value in love, in unconditional love, in loving the unlovable. So give it a try, work hard at it, and you will find that it's helping you, and it's helping the people around you, and it's helping the people that are having these problems. You'll be slowly medicating them to where they will get better and better if you just keep loving them, no matter what they do. Just keep loving them, and don't let them hurt you. Don't let them abuse you. Don't ever allow that. I don't mean just sit by passively and allow someone to hurt you, but also don't allow them to make you hate them back. Don't give them that. Give them instead the love. Tell them, walk away from them if you have to, but while you're walking away, say, well, I love you anyway, and walk away from them. I'll talk at you all soon, and this was just something that hit me again today, and I wanted to talk about it. So I love each and every one of you very, 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 very much, and I need you to go pass that on. Pass it on right here on the social media. Pass it on to each person that you see that you're walking up to in life. You're going to make the world a better place. You're going to make your life a better life if you do this. Talk to you later. Love you all.